Hi everyone, welcome to our next Teachitright Tuesday update video. These are the messages for the 25th of January. We've got a lot of content to get through, so we will jump straight in and make a start. Thank you very much to all the parents who came along last night for their parents' consultations over Zoom. It was obviously so many parents there, and certainly it was a great opportunity hopefully for you to catch up with your tutors and talk about how your child is progressing. Certainly we will be carrying those on for the next couple of weeks. Some of them will be face-to-face, some of them will be via Zoom, but certainly if you do have any questions, I'm generally there in the main session. If you do have any questions either about the course or want to know anything about the 11 Plus, then please don't hesitate to come along with your questions along to those consultations. Right, let's have a look at the first bit of news to let you know about. As you may be aware, we do run classes in Birmingham. We have a wonderful team up there in Jude and Mark. Jude and Mark run sessions across Birmingham, and they've recently found out that GL Assessment will actually be offering the 11 Plus or setting the 11 Plus exam in the Birmingham grammar schools. This will happen for entry for 2023, so obviously does affect them immediately now with their Year 5 students. Certainly in regards to Teachitright, as you know, we run a number of GL assessment courses across certainly Buckinghamshire and have done in Berkshire previously as well. And we're certainly very knowledgeable around the types of questions that GL set. And I know they're very excited about sort of making the alterations and adjustments to the course so those students are best prepared for their exams in September. Certainly the news has been that it will cover off English comprehension, verbal reasoning, things like code questions, number questions, word-related questions, mathematics, and non-verbal and spatial reasoning. And certainly in regards to my own background in terms of writing the 11 Plus Explain series a number of years ago now, but certainly a lot of those question types have remained part of the bank that they use. So this is a very big change in terms of moving away from CEM, but I know we're certainly ready for those changes, and we of course wish Jude and Mark all the best with supporting their students in Birmingham. Just so you have a little bit more information, we have written a blog with Collins which actually discusses the differences between CEM and GL assessment. So we will put a link in the email that accompanies this video if you would like to read about those variations. It will still be an age standardised paper, as most 11 Plus tests are, but there will be no English writing component, so that's just something to make you aware of. So let's move on to our next bit of news, which really comes out of the centres. Please do ensure if your child is showing any signs or symptoms, they do take a lateral flow test before they come into our centres. And we'd recommend that as a good course of action anyway before coming into the Teachitright centres. Certainly last weekend then we've started giving out goodies and children spending their hard-earned tokens. That will carry on right the way through the week, so the tutors will have all their goodie boxes. I know Rubik's Cubes are certainly popular, so we have ordered some more of those in. As it is week 5 this week, please do ensure your child is punctual to their lessons. There's always a lot to get through, and certainly getting there on time does make it not only easier for the tutors but for your own child as well in terms of completing those tests. So our Year 5 students are doing verbal and non-verbal reasoning tests for both CEM and GL, but our Year 4 pupils of course are doing a maths test. Can I please remind all families that our Teachitright centres are very much nut-free zones. Unfortunately last week we did have a child who did bring in some nuts into, or as part of their snack, into the centres. We do have a number of students with nut allergies this year, and it certainly is very important to us that we do ensure that nut snacks are not brought in. So if I can ask all parents please to ensure that does happen. It's really important that we keep all of our students safe. As I mentioned earlier, parents' meetings will be continuing tonight via Zoom, and we're looking forward to catching up with you. Please do make sure you're also punctual for those appointments. We have a number of parents, as you can imagine, that we need to see, and if we can stick to those timings, it does make those sessions run a lot more smoothly. You may remember last week we announced the start of our Year 6 English and Maths course that we're running at our head office. Sharon Patey is running those sessions and we were delighted to start off last Friday. There are still some spaces available. We are focusing on English and mathematics in that course, so if you would like your child to come along and join us, it may well be that you're coming back to us if you're on our 11 Plus course. We'd love to see you back involved with us, certainly focusing on those very important subject areas. There'll also be an element of SAT within those classes as well, just so we can support children with those examinations. But we have a few places left, so do get in contact with us if you'd like to join us on a Friday evening between 4:30 and 6:30 at our head office. This weekend, we've just given out a number of flyers out about our revision camps and also our mock exams. So just to start with, to talk to you about the revision camps that we've got, we do have revision camps at Easter, very important in terms of keeping that continuity of practice, giving your child additional opportunities to practice all 4 subject areas. They are specific to the exam board, so do make sure when you are booking any revision camps, you make sure you book the right one that is relevant to your child. If you are, of course, going for both CEM and GL, there's no reason why your child couldn't potentially attend both. They are 3 days in length, very, very comprehensive courses run by our tutors. But if you are interested in booking any of those, then please do ensure that you look not only carefully at the exam board, but also what camp it is. So if it says Camp A and there's a future Camp A, then obviously they will have the same materials, so it wouldn't be worth repeating. The other thing, of course, that we have talked to you about in the last few videos has been our mock exams that we run, and from the 14th of April right the way up to the 27th of August we have a number of mock exams that we'll be running in a variety of different locations, and hopefully that will be convenient for you and you can get your child along to do a mock exam. Certainly one of the questions I often get asked is, how many mock exams should my child do? We certainly don't want to see them every Saturday, but certainly doing 3 or 4 exams can be a really good idea to get them certainly over their exam nerves, but very familiar with the format. And this is something that we know really benefits our students for September. So again, do have a look carefully at the dates. Those dates have been released, and do get your child booked on. Please be aware also, if you do book 4, you do get that for the price of 3. It was lovely to see Atty last night. We were actually sharing a Zoom call. So she was in a breakout room with her group between 5 to 6 and 6 to 7. It was nice to see some students come along for the second hour as well. There are still spaces available on those. We've got 3 more. We've done week 1 to 3, but we've got amazing area and perfect perimeter. A very, very important topic, certainly in week 5, with fractions, decimals and percentages being covered. And then week 6, also some algebra being touched on. And we know with algebra, that certainly is a topic that children don't tend to do at school until possibly year 6, which obviously is a little bit late for us if children take their 11 plus in September. So these may be incredibly valuable sessions for you to come along and do. As you know, in the next block of lessons for our year 5 students, we will certainly be covering a lot of these. But if you want to get those foundations in place, make sure your child is well prepared, and certainly doing things more than once is certainly worth doing, and really firming up all those objectives. There are still spaces available between 6 and 7, so if you'd like to book on, go onto under our shop on our website and book on those. Now, it's been lovely to hear about Sarah's creative writing classes, and they've been going really, really well. Playful play scripts last week, so they're looking at beautifully balanced, beautifully balanced arguments this week with Sarah. So if you would like to get your child involved in those happen on a Wednesday between 5 to 6. Perfect opportunity to boost your child's writing skills. Our top-up classes are certainly in full swing now. We did our second session on Sunday for Block A, and they are still available to book if you would like to join either Jyoti Bassi or come along and join Hilary Mel in the afternoon. Jyoti is focusing on GL and Hilary is doing the CM top-up classes. They did start on the 16th of January, but there's no reason why your child couldn't come along still and find out about all those variations to the syllabuses. It is important important, if your child is doing both CM and GL exams in September, they have that opportunity to cover off those variations. There are similarities with the syllabus, but there are also some very big differences as well. Things like SPAG, question types in verbal reasoning that come up. So please do ensure that you have covered all those bases with your child. Last week, I did announce that we will be doing an English parent workshop on Sunday, March the 6th. Now, the workshops have been incredibly well attended, and thank you to all the parents that have come to those previous ones. They were all recorded, and we have sent out recording links for those if you would like to watch them back. Our English one, which will focus on comprehension skills and SPAG, will take place on Sunday, March the 6th, as I say, between 4 to 6. Places are now available to book on that. There are a limited number that we can have on a Zoom call, but certainly please do sign up for that English workshop. I'm hoping to be joined by Louise Swan on that date, who I know will also give us a wonderful insight into how to prepare for the English element of the 11+. Our creative writing masterclass over the half term will run on the 21st, 22nd and 23rd. We have had a few queries about the dates on that. Unfortunately, half terms don't run all in parallel this year. Some counties have different half term dates, but we've done our best to sort of open it up to as many pupils as we can. So if you're interested in joining Josephine Allen for a creative writing camp across 3 days, it really is a wonderful experience for them to come along for 3 days, get a great insight into how to boost their writing skills, and hopefully have a lot of fun at the same time as well. So if you'd like to join Josephine Allen for that, please do book on. We do have spaces still available. We are at the moment getting our materials and things ready, so it'd be really nice to know exactly how many students we've got booked on. It is open to both Year 4 and Year 5 and Year 6 pupils, so if you want to join Josephine for that, please do get in touch. Louise continues to do her book club on a Sunday, and I know this Sunday she had the most she's ever had, I think, in her book club, to find out a bit more about the books that she was reading and introducing, and also to focus on hearing other children read out their own stories, and it certainly was a wonderful session by the sounds of things. And this week Louise has decided to focus on a non-fiction book called The Blue Planet 2, and you might have been lucky enough to watch some of this on the BBC channels, and certainly it's a wonderful insight into, as the book is titled, a new world of hidden depths. And Louise has shared some of the pictures in that book with me, and I think children are really going to love having a look at that non-fiction book. And if you have had the opportunity to watch any of the David Attenborough shows on BBC, I would certainly highly recommend them. I know the Green Planet started on Sunday, but non-fiction is going to be the focus this weekend on Sunday between 2:45 and 3:30. The next thing to talk to you about, of course, is our Homework Support Club. If you are new to Teach It Right, this is something we run on a Monday evening, and it certainly is a great opportunity to come along and focus on homework activities, ask questions if you have any about the homework that we've set, but a quiet period for children just to work through their homework, get it all done, but also a chance to ask questions if they have any. Year 4, 5:30 to 6:30. Year 5, 6:30 to 7:30. So, just in summary, those dates, the Creative Writing Masterclasses continue on tomorrow, January the 26th, and the focus will be on balanced arguments. Louise's Book Club continues on the 30th of January, on the Sunday. As we know, the Homework Club runs every Monday evening through term time only, so if you haven't got your child involved in that, please do get them along. The Maths Masterclasses on January the 31st carry on with Atty. Don't forget, we do have slots between 6 and 7 now, because the 5 to 6 were fully booked, so we've opened that up, so do get your child involved in those maths classes. The English Parent Workshop is on the 6th of March, and I hope to get as many parents along to that session as possible. We do send out a supporting booklet as well, so we need to know who's going to be joining on the 6th of March and find out all about the English element of the 11+. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you found it informative. A lot of information there, but we certainly look forward to seeing you over Zoom soon, or if not, in the centres. Thanks very much, everyone. Bye-bye.